welcome to the Get Offset podcast. My name is Emily, and you can introduce yourself, Michelle.
Oh, hello. My name's Michelle Sullivan.
I always do that to people because I never tell them I introduce myself and then you introduce yourself.
Oh, that's just not nice. I don't like that, but I'm gonna roll with it.
Honestly, I just forget because when it's me and Andrew, we just know. We just know who's next.
But I've never been in the radio before, as we just discussed. This is my first time in the radio.
What about the Lightning 100 radio?
Well, that doesn't really count.
Why doesn't that count? That's a big radio station.
Is it though? But that's where they play like Jack Johnson and stuff, right? Like,
yeah, now it is more than it used to be. It's gone a different route.
Yeah, like I remember they played ska after me, and I was just like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
My friend, do you remember Anna Lee Canto from the Lightning 100?
No.
She's with W Mott now.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, I know that name, Anna Lee. Yeah.
She used to do the things at 3rd and Lindsley.
Uh-huh.
The Sunday night thing, I think.
Like the local Lightning Sunday night spotlight.
I know they had, yeah, I guess it's that. I know they had something they had a lot of those things.
Yeah,
I know they had the thing at that really terrible pizza place, Soulshine.
Oh, Soulshine Pizza. They had rooftop parties. Do you remember when they played the White Album on the roof? A Beatles cover band played. They did. They played the or what's it? Let It Be and the White Album back because of the Let It Be thing. Yeah, the roof. Okay, never mind. I'm backing myself up, but it was on Lightning 100. It was a big deal. They're called the Wanna Beatles.
I remember the Wanna Beatles from when we did the Nashville for free, they would always be playing at like the very small parks far in like Donaldson, or they'd be playing at like those camper parks by the Opry.
Priest Lake.
Yes, she's playing at the Percy Priest Lake. the beach.
The beach of Nashville.
I would think that the beach of Cincinnati would be better.
Coasts.
So to dear listeners out there who are hella confused right now, Andrew couldn't make it this week, but my longtime friend Michelle Sullivan was able to hop on last minute, and we're going to talk about all manner of things. Michelle and I have known each other since we were not quite babes, but now it feels like we were babies now that we're 30.
You know, it was like preteen.
14,
no, early
freshman year.
Early, freshman, yeah.
Yeah, because I was dating that Mike Compton guy, and he kept saying, "Oh, there's this cool girl at my school. She listens to the same music as you. You should be friends."
No
and I think that's how I met.
That never happened.
Mike Compton said that.
He thought I was a cool girl?
Yes. He thought I was a cool girl.
Well, we are.
Yeah, well, now we are.
No, we weren't, but we are now. We grew.
We were our own kind of cool.
We were very special.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I've been here a long time.
Yeah, so we didn't go to high school together, but we were in the middle of nowhere, Ohio together.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved to Nashville at the same time.
Yes, we did.
Yes. And we took some beautiful trips to Hilton Head, South Carolina.
We spring braked it hard, man, with our parents. It was great. We went to the Salty Dog Cafe.
Oh, the Salty Dog. That's not good food, but it's great times.
We went to the beach when it was cold. You remember that?
Yeah. I don't know. Beach? We didn't. Why did we go? We don't like the beach.
I don't know, but it was
We're not
really
beach people.
We went to Savannah and
that
couldn't
was
drink, and it was really.
We did a trolley tour.
We did a trolley tour.
Oh my god. We were so cool. 19-year-olds going on a historical trolley tour, being like, "Oh yeah, the
posing
American
in front of like murder landmarks and stuff."
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, this is a graveyard where the Union
death occurred, and we're like,
yes. Oh yeah, somebody died here.
Battlegrounds. Yes.
That and watching like unsolved mysteries.
Well, yeah, you know I'm a true crimer. I've got actually
totally.
2020 is going on in the background right now on my television screen, but I do have it on mute. So, but I'm still watching.
Amazing. Amazing. I have downloaded some audiobooks I think that are murder mystery stuff.
Oh, good.
Some of them were really hard to get through, like the stuff.
Nonfiction?
Oh, definitely true
Okay,
crime,
good,
true
good. I
crime.
didn't know if you were
Um,
reading like I don't know, like Nancy Drew or something. Like adult Nancy Drew. Is that a thing? Is that still a thing? Like the Hardy Boys?
ever, I think I've mentioned this idea before, but I have an idea for a podcast where I just whisper read murder articles on Wikipedia. All it needs is a good name.
I can come up with it really quick.
Go
Can it
ahead.
be music themed?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is great. So there's like, oh, never mind. I'm not going to talk about that because it's going to go on too long. But there was these really funny books that were written by like, it's not Jim Morrison's like actual wife. It's the woman that like took his last name, but was just a girlfriend. But she
Yeah.
wrote all of these like rock and roll murder mysteries, and they have like these amazing names like Scareway to Heaven and like Daydream Bereaver. And
Do you remember when VH1 had like this rock and roll like ghost horror story thing, and it was hosted by Roger
no.
Daltrey? Was this a fever dream?
Oh my god. This is like I need to is it on YouTube? Like
I hope
how do I
so. I
oh my
just
god.
now remembered it. Let's see.
Oh,
Gotta
that's
Google
good.
Roger. I'm gonna Google Roger Daltrey. Do you know? Want to know
You do
how?
that.
You
I'm
want to
gonna
know?
Google Jim Morrison's late, like, I don't know, fake wife's murder novels while you do that. And I'm gonna come back to you when I find that.
I think it was called Strange Frequency.
No.
It's the review on the Chicago Tribune is VH1 Strange Frequency can't quite make its pitch. It wants to be the Twilight Zone of rock, but the premiere was too predictable to be remotely scary. Huh.
Huh. Well, I'm still gonna try to find it because I'm like putting it in my phone right now. So, oh, here we go. Okay. So, Patricia Kennelly Morrison. So, it looks like I don't know. Lizard Queen Press. Shut up.
Oh my
Okay, so
god.
she's got a series called. Oh my god, this is so good. I found these not too long ago when I was like in a K-hole of like Jim Morrison's wives. Don't ask.
I'm not, yeah, I'm not gonna.
But like, I don't know. So, okay, the rock and roll murders. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Number 1, Ungrateful Dead, Murder
Oh,
at the Fillmore.
that's too easy.
No, this is good. California Screamin'.
Oh my god. That
Murder
could
at
mean a lot of
Monterey
things.
Pop.
Oh, Murder at Monterey
Oh,
Pop. No.
this is great. A Hard Sleigh's Night. Murder at Royal Albert Hall. No,
Oh
no,
my
this is the
god.
best one.
Okay, okay.
This is the best one. Go Ask Malice.
Go ask
I'm
Malice.
gonna stop there. Like I could keep going, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop.
Go ask Malice.
Yes.
Oh my
Go Ask Malice.
god. Go ask
Mhm.
Malice. All right.
That's good, right?
Jeez, what kind? Well, I guess you can probably guess what kind of drugs she was on when she came up with those titles.
I think that she was probably sober because this seems like sober people shit. Like that's like the kind of shit I do. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Okay, so we were gonna talk about Fangs.
Oh yes. Okay. So Fangs. So I was texting with a friend last night, and he was talking about an artist, and I was like, you know, I've never heard their record. What's it like? Like, I know I don't like it in my brain, but why? And he said it was fangless. And I was like, that is just like the most glorious descriptor of music I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, Fangs.
So,
That's
but then
good.
that's right, like fangless. And I think that's a great thing of like the current state of like, you know, what's going on. But the thing is, so Emily, listen. So
Yes.
what I did for like the next 10 hours was wonder if I had fangs and what music has fangs and what things have fangs or not. So I was just like up all night thinking about like wondering if I was fangless. So I'm going to be talking a lot about fangs today because I'm hooked on this, and I'm just going to work through it. Um,
Let's work through it together,
we're going to work
Michelle.
through this together.
We're gonna
So I'm
work
going
through
to
this
start off
together.
with you. You went to Summer NAMM in Nashville last week, correct? Which is
I
where
did.
I'm based out of, other
Still.
than rural Ohio. Woo!
Rural.
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 And so you went to Summer NAMM.
I
Now I want to
did.
know, yeah. So tell me about Summer NAMM, and if it had fangs this year, was NAMM fangful or fangless? Tell
I
me.
think that as a whole, something that is literally just as something that is literally just exist for consumption, like it's the
Yeah.
idea is that, buyers find things to sell. So I think that idea as a whole feels relatively fangless.
Hmm.
Um
It is relatively fangless because it's like a big
Relatively.
commercial, right?
It is a big commercial, but I will say
I've
there were
never been.
things in there that I think probably did have fangs. I'm gonna be biased here. I brought my new guitar to Summer NAMM, and
Oh,
it was in
it's
the
sick too.
it
That
has
pink one.
fangs. Yeah, that pink
Oh
tuner
yeah,
tone. It
that thing
definitely
has
has
fangs.
fangs.
That has those fangs are cool as the F. Those are good.
Yeah, and some of the little boutique pedal companies, I think some of those have fangs.
Now, which are
Um
some of these boutique pedal companies that have
uh
fangs? I don't
there's
know any.
one
See, I'm not a
yeah.
gear person like you, so I just like I need to know. I've never NAMmed, but I know NAMM. I know that there's lots of people and the traffic's really bad, and that like dudes I know like go and sit at booths and like hand out water bottles for like the guitar companies they're sponsored by.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think that I think just go Old Blood Noise Endeavors is a company that I think has fangs. They have like these weird cool pedals. Like that like a chorus pedal mixed with a fuzz pedal and stuff like that.
I'm down with
So,
that.
yeah,
That
I'm
I can
down
get
with
down
that
with
kind of
that.
thing. There's a company
Yeah.
called Chase Bliss and they have just some weird glitchy stuff. I think that has fangs.
Okay,
Uh
yeah. I'd like to see. I don't know anything. I want to know about pedals because, like, get this. Do you know the only pedal that I use?
is it a tuner pedal?
Well, I use a tuner pedal, but I use a turbo rat.
Dude, those are cool. People like
It is
those.
cool, but that's the only one I like.
Yeah. No, people, those
So, like,
are
these
fun.
boutique pedal companies, like, I'm intrigued because, like, I'm really like, I'm sheltered.
Well, I mean, you're mostly a drummer.
Yeah, but like I'm a sheltered guitarist, but
Yeah.
I should know more, you know? Like been I've been around guitars.
I think
I
I
can
think
strum a
that it
little.
is, talking about like K-holes of Jim Morrison's wife. I think that you could if you just wanted to watch a bunch of weird demos.
I can do
Um
that.
it's so
I'm
weird.
get you know, it's just pedals. Like I
Mm,
can play a bit and I've been working
yeah.
on that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've been working at that because
Yeah.
I lost a lot of my picking skills, you know?
You chops.
Yeah, I lost my chops and I'm trying to get those chops back, you know,
Mhm.
so we can rock.
Yeah, dude. I mean, when I after college, I played a little bit in like just a cover band. And then I just didn't play for a while, moved to Seattle, and it really wasn't until like I think it was when Prince died. I was like, I haven't learned any Prince
That
songs on
is when you
guitar.
got super into Prince, didn't you? You were like
I mean, I was always listening to
you've always been
Prince.
into Prince, but it, like, went a new
It
direction.
did. It did. Well, I
Yeah.
didn't really get into the deep stuff, and I was just kind of aghast at how much I'd missed, just the depth of it. Because I like those artists who like. I love Elvis Costello, and one of the reasons I love Elvis Costello is because no matter what mood you're into for music, like he has something, like even like
He is
jazz
it's like
stuff.
Neil Young, like, if you're
Yeah. So
like,
that's
it doesn't matter what you're in the mood for, he's done it.
yeah,
Or
and
if you're
that's
not in
what
the
I
mood
dig.
for it, he's done it too.
Yeah, if you're not in the mood for it, if you've never even
Yeah.
thought about it.
Transformer Man, trans, you know,
Yes.
nobody's in the mood for
So
that,
that's
but
what I really like. I guess I didn't realize that about Prince. So, but I started like
yes, many
playing a
sites. You
lot
know, I'm
more.
not too deep and I should be, you know, Minneapolis and that's my
Yeah.
scene, you know. But like I'm not I know it. You know, my parents had like a time cover band play their wedding.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh, a
like, there's
time
videos of my
cover
grandma
band?
doing the bird, yeah.
Oh my
Like
god.
1985 or something.
Yeah, I guess that
Yeah, my
checks out mathematically, yeah.
yeah, my grandma did the bird.
Now I wish
So
I got the time cover band for my wedding. I messed
you
up.
blew it, dude.
I
You
blew
you
it.
blew it. That would have been
Oh,
perfect for you.
that'd have been so weird and great.
Yeah,
I have to get married again.
you do. Like, I think that that should happen, like, sorry, Rick.
No, who says it can't be with Rick? I'll just get divorced from Rick and I'll marry him
We're
again.
all gonna yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
I believe that I could do that. He
I believe that you can just keep going, keep marrying, keep new cover bands every time. I think it's great. I
Yes.
think that marriage is about the party. You know,
Yeah.
it's about having a big fancy party and then, watching television later.
Yeah,
That's
that's
marriage.
pretty much what it like just watching some true
Yeah.
crime documentaries. I got Rick so into unsolved mysteries, dude.
What a man. What a man.
Rick has fangs.
Rick does kind of have fangs. Like I've talked, Rick's he's got fangs. Rick's got fangs. Ricky's don't got fangs. But Rick, he's got fangs.
Yeah, that's a good fang name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
Oh,
was what
yeah.
had fangs at name. There was a lot of stuff I didn't feel like had fangs, but I won't get. I don't know if I want to get into that stuff specifically.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
So as far as, you know, fangs go, and I've been completely just enamored with the fact of fangs. And I think that what's so funny about it to me is like what we as musicians, like what we prioritize in our art. Like,
Hmm.
like the people that a lot of the people that I know are like, like I said, I played in a lot of power pop bands, and the thing that they tend to prioritize, because they're like kind of cock rock, or can I say
Just
like
say cock rock. It's butt rock at
cock
least.
rockers? Well, because they have those rooster haircuts,
Yes.
um yeah, that's why. um but that's like a big priority, is like having balls. Like,
Yeah.
I just think that's hilarious. Like, it was like, see a band and it's like they don't got fangs. And it's like, it's so dumb, but I'm so down with it. Like,
Yeah.
that's good. But like, I think that a lot of things in music now are fangless. Like, there's this big, the like the millennial sound, how they all like run their, we're millennials, but like
Mhm.
the others, they all run their voice through a fuzz pedal.
Like a vocoder kind of thing.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
that? Like, that's fangless, because they're all doing it, and like, it's like,
It's
who,
that they're
like,
all doing, and that's I think a great way to do you don't have fangs if I think everybody's doing what you're doing.
if
Like,
everybody's doing it, you don't have fangs. And that's how I feel about the Beatles. I
oh
don't think the
god,
Beatles have
that's one of
fangs.
my biggest unpopular opinions. I cannot
Are
stand
you
the
a
Beatles.
Beatles hater too?
I
No,
have
it's
we ever talked
children's
about this?
music.
It is
The
music for
Beatles,
children.
it's for children. Those are nursery rhymes, and it's like, what? It's fangless.
I
It's just
just
straight up. There was no fang in the Beatles
I
at all.
just I
If
don't
you
think it's
think about,
good.
like,
I don't like
people
it. I
like,
don't want to listen
oh,
to it. Never have I thought I would love to listen to the Beatles right now.
want to put on, and you think about, like, people are like, oh, the White Album, like, it changed everything. Like, that song, like, if you think about what they're singing about, like, they're singing about, like, getting married, and Paul McCartney singing about his dog, and like, like, there was no fang on that. They're singing
No,
about, like,
man.
oh my god, there's just like, it's fangless. But that's an unpopular opinion, but I'm glad that we share that. That makes me, I'm glad
And there's a
glad
lot
we
of
have
bands
each
that
other.
I just don't like, and they're just
Beatles worship is fangless.
so, and it's so weird, like,
It's
how boring are I'm sorry. I just think it's
oh,
very boring if you say the Beatles are your favorite band.
yeah, it's like, no, I get down, who have fangs, or like the Faces and the Stones, like, they have
Yes.
fangs. That's what I am down with. And it's
Stones,
not
totally.
and I'm not, yeah, Stones, totally. Like, okay, did we decide are you Ron and
I'm
I'm
Ron, you
Keith?
said you're Keith.
Okay.
I don't wanna be Keith, I wanna be Ron.
Why don't you want to be Keith? Everybody should want to be Keith.
Because he's a little dude, I can't pull off that much jewelry.
I can.
I know you can.
I do. Like,
Mhm.
because I told you I'm a cock rocker.
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine. Just
it's fine.
don't make me talk in interviews.
I
fine.
won't.
Good.
You're not going to. You just sit there. I have things to say. I'm just gonna sit there and
Good.
like smoke and like, be
Smoke
cool.
a weed vape.
Have my mullet. And like, I wear like
Yeah.
a headband all the time. Like
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I actually have a
I'm
headband on right
ready.
now, but that's just because I didn't
Do
wash my
you?
hair today.
That's okay.
Yeah. I
Like,
work from
but
home.
no, okay. See, I don't do a lot, but like, fanglessness, it's not a bad thing. Some things aren't meant to have fangs.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't mean I hate it if it's fangless. Like I appreciate fanglessness in some
Yeah.
ways. Like, okay, like say like the Kinks. That's pretty fangless music. Like I like the Kinks, but Ray Davies, he's always like singing about tea.
Oh yeah. That's not that exciting. That's not fangs.
There's
That's
just a
not.
lot like that's something my mom would write about.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
The whole
But you know what I
what
mean?
what
So
what
I
has
like
fangs? Should we talk about the
fangs.
fangs?
Well, stones have fangs.
Yeah.
The band Fang has fangs.
You said Phil Collins has fangs?
Paul
Paul
Collins.
Collins,
Phil
oh my
Collins.
god.
Okay, listen, Emily. Phil Collins. You really think I spent like all this time on the road with Phil Collins? Like doing like what do you think I was like playing like a easy lover?
No, I was just reading your text message and I didn't read the whole first name. I saw P.
No,
Collins.
okay.
Paul Collins
Do I
has
have to like
fangs.
explain myself? Like, okay,
You
so
do,
as I
because
said,
nobody
okay,
that's listening knows you.
okay. So listen, I know nobody knows me. I'm a faceless wonder. I've always been like a sideman, kind of like in high school. I sang a little bit,
Who are
but
you the
like
sideman for?
MTV Sisters and like playing with all that power pop shit,
Oh,
like and the bands that I don't want to name that I did other stuff in that embarrass me. We'll touch on that later.
sure.
But like when I was on the okay, so I played in a band called Sherbert. That was like my first band I sang in, and that was fun. But like our first show that we played, we opened for a man who is named Paul Collins, and he was in a band called The Nerves, and the Nerves have fangs,
Oh,
but
hell
also
yeah.
they don't. Yeah, the Nerves have fangs, but power pop in general, the genre that I'm most experienced in, is the most fangless thing in the entire world.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, there's no power pop with fangs.
I
It's like
mean,
all about good times and cruising and having parties and going to the show and ladies and girls. There's a lot of ladies and girls in power pop, but it's real fangless. But anyway, so I met Paul Collins, and then I spent a lot of time on the road with Paul. And I think that though power pop is fangless, I think Paul Collins has definitely got some fangs. He's real funny.
mm-hmm.
He's a fang guy. What else is got
You said
fangs?
Cheap Trick has fangs.
Oh yeah, Cheap Trick's
Hell
got
yeah.
the Bunny Carlos. Totally, he's
Yes.
got Bun's awesome. Bun is the
Mm-hmm.
best person, and he's got some serious fangs. He's a spitfire, that Bun. And who else has got some fangs? We've got like it's just like I was saying with the Beatles worship, like I was talking with a friend about like what's wrong, like what's happening in music, and it's like I think, and we decided that there's no like R&B influence in rock music anymore.
Oh yeah. And then if there is, it's almost just like aggressively so. Like
Yeah, you
Hall
know what
like
I
it's like
mean?
it's like
It's
it's
like
like Hall and Oates, but really bad. It's like
yeah,
Hall
or like whatever all those bands that are like fake soul, but it's like a guy with a little hat that like
a
looks
little
like he
white boy
plays
with a little
hacky
hat.
sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they've all got little hats
And
and
they
like
just feel like they're screaming at you all the time.
yeah, they're really soulful.
Yeah.
And they're all
Yeah, I know
they
some of
play
those
those
guys
guys.
personally. Oh, and they play them
Do
over
you?
black artists. Some of them I do. I won't name
Um,
names.
they're on Lightning 100. I know that. Like all the
Yeah.
songs. That's what I think of Lightning 100 is those little guys. They don't have fangs at all.
Hell
What do you think
no.
about like? Oh, what about Americana? Let's talk about Americana
Ooh,
fangs. Alt country
Americana
fangs.
fangs. Shoot. I don't think the old 97s have fangs.
What about Red?
Oh
He's
god.
he's got some fangs. He like sings about I like Red.
I know
I like
I know
Red.
you like
You know
red.
I like
I
Red.
know.
You know I like Red.
He's got that beauty mark. But what's
Yep.
their big song? Someday
Yeah,
somebody's
that
gonna ask
hair. Like,
you. That song makes me
yeah, he's
cry.
no, I can't think that song's terrible. But like
I
he's
know, it
always
makes me
singing
cry though.
about like how crazy he is. And I think that's
Yeah.
kind of hot,
That is,
like I'm into that.
I get
He seems
that.
kind of unhinged.
Yeah.
He seems like real unhinged. I think
You?
he's got like a fat one fang.
Okay, he's got a fang. A fang.
He's got a snaggle too.
I think Hayes Carl has fangs.
I don't know who that is.
Oh god, he has this song called "She Left Me for
He's got these
Jesus."
fangs.
He's got this song called
But go on.
She Left Me for Jesus," which is really fun. Great country song. He just seems drunk and stoned all the time, and I'm kind of into that
I'm
vibe
down
with
with that.
him. Yeah, and he's really
You're into
tall.
like you love that and you love drinks.
Together we could not kill that picture of Margarita at Rose Pepper. We laughed so
Yeah,
much,
like
and I was gone. I was done. You were fine.
I was really tired that one time. And
Yes.
but I'm like I don't drink and I like pot and I'm just not it's just my relationship with alcohol is kind of done.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy other things, I don't want to say, but you like a fine cocktail.
I like a nice cocktail. I think. Well, I like a lot of cocktails. I don't like beer. I
Yeah.
like wine with dinner, but I like because as I hate making cocktails at home, so I like to get them out.
Yeah, like a fancy one. Yeah. I used to like
Yeah.
to do that too. I used to drink wine, but I drink it like in excess. Like I would like I wouldn't drink wine correctly. So now I have like bad feelings about wine. Like, like wine PTSD.
Yeah, just a red solo cup of red wine with ice in it.
You remember.
How could I
Don't call
forget?
me out like that. We're in the radio.
You did not have to admit it was you, Michelle.
Oh, no. I just threw myself under the bus. I'm like total white trash. I don't know who I'm kidding, but yeah, okay. Maybe when I was in high school, I used to drink. That was at my high school graduation party,
It
wasn't it?
was.
I was trashed.
You were.
Like around my whole family. That was bad.
It was
But yeah,
fine.
okay, so it was fine. We had a good time. So I drank wine out of red solo cups at one point in my life, but you know what? I was alt country.
Should we read
And
the 2019 lineup? I'm sorry, talking about Fangs and alt country. Should we just read the lineup for like an Americana festival and say who has Fangs and who don't?
let's do it.
Tanya Tucker.
Fangs.
Yes. Andrew Bird.
Fangless.
Kev Mo.
Fangless. I don't know. He's like a blues guitarist.
He's a blues guitarist.
I don't like his name. I'm sorry. Like, I'm really judgment. I just don't like the name Keb.
Guess how many apostrophes are in his name?
Like, enough to probably make me cry. Like,
There's
I'm sure.
Keb apostrophe space Mo apostrophe.
Keb. Who's like looks at a baby and is like, oh, Keb.
I gotta think that's short for something, but I don't know.
No, it can't be Keb. Okay, go on.
The milk carton kids. Yeah, them.
What's that?
The
milk
they're
carton kids?
You know what? I like them. They're like a acoustic guitar duo, but they're really funny. But also sometimes they
Okay.
like I've heard
Like the Dead Milkman?
No. Speaking of which, Fangs.
Oh, yeah, Dead Milkman, total Fangs. The band Fang?
Total Fangs.
Yeah, like if we're gonna go with hardcore, I mean, I can.
Oh God, that's easy.
Like the band, like I'm partial to East Coast, but Fang, what are they like? They were like one of those East Bay bands, right?
Yeah,
like
I think so.
Early '80s, and they were on Boner Records.
Oh God,
they were on Boner Records, and there was like some comp that was like
at least Stiff Records was a little. At least Stiff Records was a little bit, subtle.
Boner Records. I think that's great. Nashville had a mayor named Bill Boner.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah, like in the early '80s. Yeah.
Okay.
Bill Boner.
Josh Ritter.
Fangless.
Yeah. Sean Colvin. Remember her?
She sang on a Paul Westerberg song called "Born for Me" on Suicane Gratification, right?
You would know.
I think so. No, maybe. Was that somebody else? I don't know.
I think she did
It was
Where Have All the Cowboys Gone?
no, that's Paula Cole. Don't know why I know that.
You're
Don't know
right.
why
Oh no.
I have
Oh my
stuff
god.
in there. I don't know why, but
I don't know any of
okay,
these
keep
other
going.
I actually don't oh Jesse Malin.
Can I do I dare?
I think that's a self-explanatory.
I don't Jesse Malin, let's say, we saw him in concert. Let's talk about Jesse. Let's
Let's
get to
talk about Jesse. Oh my gosh. I just can't. Okay, so he used to be BFFs with Ryan Adams, so Ryan would just bring him on tour, and I guess they'd do drugs together in the bus or whatever. And
also, he was in a band called
the,
Degeneration.
he was?
Yeah, he
He
was in a band called Degeneration, out
did
of New York. I think that was like late '80s, and it was fine. I guess it's not really my
did he
thing, but
sing?
yeah,
Oh. Did he sing like he
he
sings
still had
now?
that fucking hair. Oh, sorry, he still he still had that hairdo.
God, he's had that.
But
He was born with that mop.
are you sure about that?
No, of course not. I was born with a lot of hair, but
I mean, it's very natural. It's very natural.
it's natural to
But
be
yeah, we
born with a
saw him
lot
in
of hair.
concert, and afterwards, he did a beautiful cover. Do you remember what it was?
Oh god, he did so many covers. Was it You Don't Have to Deal with the Dealers?
That's the whole
That's I know that was
steady.
the whole he covered the whole city.
Shut up! That is like too much.
No, he actually
Let your
actually he did
boyfriend
that.
deal with the dealers. That's my
There's
Craig
always
Finn.
other boys, there's always other boyfriends.
The boyfriends.
You know, I love the whole
Yeah.
city so much. I know you do too. I think we
Yeah.
can agree that Craig Finn does not have the best voice in the world. Jesse's is maybe worse.
No, they both like Craig Finn is maybe like the worst frat man, but I like it. You know, I like his flailing.
Vocally, he's
Vocally,
not
yeah,
the
yeah. He's
most.
like does a lot of flapping.
But he
There's some
writes
flap.
great songs. And
They're all about
Jesse
Jesse
writes
Malin
songs.
has probably the most terrible voice. But the cover that I'll never forget is we all okay. So my favorite band in the entire world.
Bastards of Young. Sorry.
Yeah.
Young.
No, there's an H at the beginning.
Young.
But yeah, so Jesse did that. We went to his. We were there. You know, we were there for him.
At the
We
20th Century
supported
Theater
him.
in Oakley, Ohio.
We supported him. Our dads were there, right?
My dad was
Your
there.
dad was.
Yeah.
Yep. And then afterwards, I got. We went. Your dad took us back to your house, and I drove home. Kind of, and then I ran out of gas in the
Yikes.
middle of a field,
That sounds like Morrow,
and I had a
Ohio.
Nokia cell phone. Ohio. I had a Nokia cell phone, and it was dying, and I was like 16 or 17, and I had just got my driver's license, and I'm still a really bad driver, but I ran out of gas like in the middle of like a dirt road. Like, where is your house? Your parents' old house? Like
Morrow,
why?
Ohio.
I
I know you asked me why. I don't know. I didn't make that decision. I hated it there. They know. I'll tell you, it's because one of my mom's best friends lived nearby. And it was nice because they had a pool, which was pretty sweet.
That's
And
nice,
the
yeah.
husband played guitar and he had a whole pool house and a lot of equipment up there. So that was also really cool. Scott and Leslie, big props. They're awesome. Everything else was awful.
Yeah, you know, like what I don't like is that there wasn't cell phone service there. So when I ran out of gas, I called my parents, and my dad picked up the phone, and all my dad got was, "Dad, I ran out of gas. I don't know where I am."
Oh, Christ.
Like my parents were like calling the police, like searching the streets. They have like no idea where I am.
That would have been
So I'm
some
like, I decided,
unsolved mysteries stuff right there.
you know, it was the Jesse Malin show. You know, this was late because we partied. Not really. Your dad drove us home.
If you said we
But
partied, then I'm pretty sure we partied.
didn't we like eat pickles?
No, it was the opening band, and they were talking about like pranks on the road, and the singer was so weird. And I mean, I gotta give him props for creativity. He said he went to a rest stop
This is
and
like
bought.
15 years ago.
I know it's how my brain works. It's a weird story, dude. And he went to a rest stop and bought a bunch of those bagged pickles, and then his idea of a prank was to put them in Jesse's bunk, because for some reason, Jesse Malin
He
got a tour
deserved it.
bus. How did Jesse Malin get a
Shut
tour
up. How
bus?
did Jesse Malin get a tour
As
bus?
an adult who understands the music industry now, how did Jesse Malin
How
get a
much money does
tour
he
bus?
realize he paid for that? He doesn't know he paid for that.
Oh my gosh.
There's no way he was pulling in enough. Like, they did not
There
even.
were
Oh my
20
God.
people at that show.
There were. Oh God. And, you know, I don't know. And we didn't party at that show. It was very,
We were
did he even have a
17.
band?
He had a band. Wait, actually,
Oh, I don't
well,
remember.
I think he had a band. I saw him open for Ryan Adams once, and he didn't have a band. But the opening act was a band, so if he's just doing him and no band
Like, so
following
if
it,
you have a rock band open for you, that is a fangless move on the headliner's part. Like, that is fangless.
if
Playing by yourself, even if you're electric, I have never seen anybody pull off a solo electric thing.
I
Have
know
you seen anybody pull off?
I haven't seen it, but I know St. Vincent would tour with, like, backing tracks
Oh
and just
yeah,
her
people like
guitar.
that. People like that, but like people like,
I'd
who
be
play our
disappointed
kind
if
of
I saw
music.
that.
What could be more boring than somebody like who plays like our kind of music, which is Paul Collinsism for like
Huh.
like pop rock.
Yeah.
And but you know what I mean? Like what's more boring than seeing like one of our people like up there like
Man, I don't
doing
know.
three chords in the truth.
For, like, more than 25 minutes.
No.
Like,
No, I
opening, I
don't
get
like that.
it.
That's a fangless move.
That's also a no money move. But he had
It
a
is a
tour
no money move.
bus.
Nobody wants to see that. Liz Fair did that. It was heartbreaking.
Oh, you're right, she did. It was just her and
You
that
remember
guy.
that?
Yeah.
You remember when I got in trouble because I made fun of her band
For the
on the
Backstreet Boys.
internet and she saw it and
You didn't get in
then
trouble.
I know they put me on the list for the next night. But they called me out about it. It was super embarrassing. But like, yeah, long story short, I saw Liz Fair and first time I was like upset because she didn't have a band. And like I said, that's a fangless move. And Liz has got some serious fangs. Can we agree?
Oh, that's like, yeah,
The
no
most, like
question.
ton
Probably
of fangs.
more fangs than any
Sharp ones.
lady. Yeah.
Sharp ones. But she like did like with like this guy, and I'm sorry if like any of you know this guy. I'm sorry.
I don't
Sorry to
rem
this guy. Sorry, Jesse. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'm sorry,
I'm sorry.
Jesse. I might go
We're
back and,
so
like I might go back and
Jesse.
bleep every time I say his name with a
Just
meow.
keep it in when I say it though.
Oh, it was just Michelle saying bad things about you.
It's just me trashing Jesse. I'm not really trashing Jesse.
And
I'm
Jesse, I
not.
want
It
you
was
to know that I've paid to see you more than twice, and I have bought more than 2 of your albums, so
I didn't pay to see you, but Emily, I think, did, or like Emily's dad did.
yes,
So
my dad.
you can thank her. I was there. I've seen you. I bought your record.
And then
I
you
bought
sold
it
it to
for a
Spin
friend for
again.
Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a gag gift.
Oh my god, this is that great content. If you're still
I told
listening, just
you.
message me the words God, what were one of his songs?
Fangs.
Fangs. Just message me Fangs, and the first person to message me Fangs is gonna get a free
Yeah, do
sticker.
you know the lyrics to Jesse's songs? Because I think they're all about New York City.
They are? They are. And he got Bruce Springsteen to do a duet on one of his songs.
No, shut up.
It's true.
Yeah, because he's like in with little Steven.
Yes.
Because
Oh,
one of my
God, they
bands
look like
has
the same
played.
person.
No, listen to this. This is ridiculous. One of the bands. Okay, so I have been in the radio. I'm kind of exaggerating, but not talking on it. No, because you don't want to hear me talking on the radio. Look what's happening. Like this is unraveling. Like this is why you don't want me in the radio.
This is fun.
But it's fun for us. Everybody else is in hell. However, what was I Something about Fangs, I'm sure.
You're talking about Little Steven and Jesse Malin.
Of Little Steven and Jesse Malin. So, like, I was really excited because I thought that Rodney Bingenheimer, I was going to be on the Rodney Bingenheimer show. He's going to play this one band I was in. It was like a Promised Ring side project called Mini Meltdowns. And it was like, oh, cool, Rodney Bingenheimer, like the LA radio guy. Cool. He's in like all of the rock books I read. So I was like, fun. He's going to talk about me. But instead, it was Little Steven and Jesse Malin. It's like that's the only other time I think I was played on satellite radio, but I was introduced by Little Steven.
Oh, bummer.
And Jesse Malin. Jesse Malin. He listened to me though. So
was he nice about it? Was he nice?
Yeah,
I bet
so
he's very nice.
He's got to be really. He's got so many friends. Have you ever seen him on Instagram?
He does have a lot of friends, and they're like big friends. He must just be one of the nicest guys in rock and roll. That's my guess.
I think he's the nicest guy in rock music because everybody seems to love him. He befriended the boss.
And I mean, that guy's got to be like hard to please. Not like hard to please, but just like hard to get to be on his good side.
That's true.
I mean,
but sometimes, there's like weird people that like, have you ever noticed there's like a lot of bands that like, are like in with Bruce Springsteen, but like they never become successful.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Prince, and Prince like actively protéged a bunch of very unsuccessful bands.
It's like the curse.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's true. Like, but like with that kind of stuff, having people like play your stuff on satellite radio, like it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really sell any records, but it's fun. It's fun to hear it.
I don't know what sells records. What sells records? Do we know?
Fangs.
No,
and now not Fangs. Fangless music. Beatles worship. Singing through the fuzz pad. That's what sells records.
That's what sells records. Just bust out that vocoder. Like. It's what the kids like. And
bust it out. What's the most fangless guitar? Is it a Stratocaster? Because I think it's a Stratocaster.
I think it might be a Stratocaster. That's just like, it's so boring. It's like the vanilla.
It's so boring, even though, Alex Chilton rocked Big Star. They rocked a Stratocaster, but like, I think Third has Fangs, but I don't like, does Big Star? Alex has Fangs, but do we think Big Star as a whole?
I think Alex Chilton has Fangs. I don't know, man.
Chilton's got good old Fangs, but I think Third has Fangs. But he's a Strat man, but I don't know. An SG.
Oh man,
he's a Strat man. An SG has actual Fangs.
Yeah, it does.
BC Rich. Actual Fangs.
Literal Fangs. It will stab you. I think
literal Fangs.
I think Jazz Masters have Fangs.
Oh, Jazz Masters totally have
Definitely has Fangs.
I play a 72 tally thin line.
The thin lines have Fangs, and the deluxes definitely have Fangs.
I think so, because I don't think it has Fangs. I just think I like it because it looks cool.
I like
and because Westerberg plays it.
Yeah. I gotta be real. The Prince Cloud guitar, I don't think that thing has Fangs.
It doesn't.
It's so dumb.
The Prince. It's so dumb, but you love it.
I
don't know, maybe.
Man,
I'm just trying to smooth it over with Jesse. I'm trying to be positive.
What kind of guitar does Jesse play? I have no idea. If it's a Stratocaster, he's gonna be so offended.
Do we look?
We need to look.
I'm gonna look on his Instagram right now. I'm gonna look on his Instagram.
Jesse Malin guitar. This might be the most Jesse Malin's ever been talked about on a podcast.
He's getting so much press. I'm so sorry. I can't believe this is what we spent this doing.
Okay. A Gibson Hummingbird in this picture.
No, I want to see him. Oh yeah, there he is with a Gibson Hummingbird. He's always got a guitar. He's got a Hummingbird. He's got a Les Paul.
Les Pauls are boring. So boring.
We're boring.
No Fangs.
He's got a Junior right there. What else he got?
There's a black Les Paul.
Oh, he's got a picture of Craig Finn on his Instagram.
Oh my god. Jesse, we're so sorry. You've been completely redeemed. Maybe.
Craig Finn. Golden Gophers.
Oh man, we love the Hold Steady.
We love the hold steady. Oh, there's Lucinda. I'm
Jesus.
doing a podcast on Jesse Malin's Instagram feed.
There's one with Marianne Faithful.
Like, who else is he with?
Marianne
like, oh, Debbie
Faithful.
Harry.
But I think she
Great.
sang on a Ryan Adams song, so that must have been an old picture.
Oh, there's little Steven.
Oh, nice.
There he is.
Howie Pyro and Jesse Malin look like the same person.
Oh, there's always Tommy Stinson.
Always.
There he is. We
Oh
love
my
Tommy.
God.
Oh, speaking of, okay, so let's talk about.
That's Alejandro
let's talk about
Escobedo. Alejandro Escobedo has fangs.
Fangs. Got fangs. Alejandro's totally got fangs.
Oh, totally.
Do we think Nashville in general has fangs?
Not anymore, man.
No, Nashville lost its fangs.
It lost its fangs when it became the It City.
Yeah, Ohio's got more fangs than Nashville.
Yeah, dude. Ohio's cool.
What about you over there in Seattle? Seattle got fangs?
I don't think Seattle's the same fangs it used to, but like for my purposes, I think my neighborhood has some fangs, but
okay.
yeah, I think it's just hard to be like a big city with fangs.
Okay, so my neighborhood used to have fangs, but now my neighborhood is like the indie rock retirement community.
Okay, all right. It's like the Palm Springs of indie rock.
Okay. Yeah, it's the Palm Springs of indie rock. I live in Inglewood in East Nashville. And, we've got such stars such as, we've got Bobby Bear Jr. on the street. We've got, who else? Our Stevie Moore. Dave and Cassie Berman used to live around here. We've got, Bob Nastanovich from Pavement. Yeah.
Okay, what were we talking about?
Fangs. We can talk about.
I'm sure we're talking about Jesse Malin.
We're probably talking about Jesse Malin, and I'm so sorry, Jesse. I have nothing against Jesse Malin, except for I ran out of gas after his concert, and I never finished that story. But like basically, after the Jesse Malin concert, I walked through a field trying to find a house where I could. This is so embarrassing.
Yikes!
Knock on somebody's door at 3:00 in the morning or whatever it was, probably like 11:30 because we were teenagers. But
yes, we were teenagers.
We had curfews. It was late at night, and I was a good kid. We were good. We
were good kids. We were easy.
We were so easy. I was kind of like a hellion, like at the end, but like during those years, during the Malin years. The Malin era.
Oh my God.
But I was walking through some like all these yards and like I was walking through a field and I knocked on somebody's door and they called the police on me.
Yeah.
And so police came and I flagged down the police.
But you're so white and so female.
They didn't care. I like rang doorbell like probably more than once. And I was probably crying. And like so they like called the police. And then I walked away and I saw the police and I tried to flag the police down. I didn't realize the police were coming for me.
Oh my God.
I was like so scared. I was like, because I'm like, I don't have fangs. So like I'm just gonna put it out there. Like in times of trouble, like I'm all talk, like I'm, I think like I try to pretend like I have fangs, but I'm totally fangless. And in times of trouble, I just like surrender. Like if a murderer came after me, I would just like lay on the ground.
That would probably shock them. They'd probably leave you alone.
Like I have no balls when it comes to like times of turmoil. And so, I was terrified and police officer came to me and I was like, I ran out of gas. Can you call my dad? And so of course the cops call my parents and they have to like,
oh my God. Can you imagine like, are you Michelle Korn's parents? Yes, your parents are already scared. So bad. They're like, oh no, this was the call.
And so can you imagine my mom?
I can't imagine Joni.
Yeah. My mom, like, it was so embarrassing. So that's why I have a thing with Jesse. And, high school was hard, Em. We didn't fit in.
We didn't. We were not cool.
Our parents were not hard on us, but we had, like, we didn't have a lenient upbringing.
No, we had to do well.
Yeah, we had to do good. I got good grades, but, like, I didn't know if I wanted to finish high school or any of that shit. But, that's when, like, these kids that have rock camp and stuff now, like.
I wish we had that.
Rock camp's got fangs.
Yeah, rock camp has fangs.
And yeah, like I saw, hang on a second. I'm like, because I think that I'm on a talk show, because you said I was the special guest, I'm drinking water out of a coffee mug. Like I'm on. So I'm gonna take a sip of water from my coffee mug. But, I think that the whole thing about getting kids to play music and getting, young girls into music is just such a beautiful thing. And we could have really used that because we could have
Yeah.
found more other than just us, our only friend, like in high school. But, rock camp is getting involved with, did you ever volunteer with Yeah?
I didn't. I wasn't aware of yeah.
No, Southern Girls Rock and Roll Camp?
Yeah, no, I was aware of it. I just never got involved. I've done it up here in Seattle.
Oh, yeah, it's great, it's such a great program, and I think Rock Camp has Fangs because,
Mhm.
like, they encourage kids to, like, create their own thing, other than School of Rock, which is, like, the most like, Schools of Rock and, like, all that, like, where they just play, like, AC/DC, like, that's the most fangless shit.
Yeah.
That's fangless. Doing an impression is kind of fangless, right? Like,
I
to
feel like don't
disguise.
those kids always just end up coming with some crazy cool post-punk songs?
And listen, like, the last I saw pictures of the last rock camp kids, and there was like a kid wearing like a Yola Tango shirt, and I'm like,
Nice.
kids are
It's the
so cool.
freaks.
Kids are so cool, but like, it was so great. Well, I taught drums many, many times working for Southern Girls Rock and Roll Camp in Nashville, and it was just so cool to see my students like find their other weirdos.
Mhm. Oh, that's
Like,
a beautiful
their, like,
thing.
eyes would light up when they'd see, like, another
Oh.
kid like them, and then they'd start bouncing ideas, and they like the same kind of bands, and it's just like, gosh, I wish I had that sense of community when I was that age, and, like,
Yeah.
that,
Eh,
creative drive when I was a kid, because it's like, it took me a while to find you guys,
yeah,
and
likewise.
yeah, but yeah, they've got it so early, but like School of Rock, like I'm glad that kids are playing music. I think that it's great, but I just wish that those kind of things would encourage them to be a little more free thinking and
Yeah,
yeah,
my last guitar teacher, it was kind of like a School of Rock situation, and we'd get together and we'd have like concerts where we would play like Jimi Hendrix songs or whatever for our parents and the community, and like
my
that's
first
it was
guitar teacher
fine.
was like that too.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
mean it was
remember,
fine.
yeah, I remember all my first, but I never had to perform them. But my first guitar teacher was somebody my dad like traded a deal with, like for work or something. I don't
Hmm.
know, like Um, and he was like this like guy that played guitar like at like you remember that sports bar Willie's?
Oh God, that's so familiar. Oh, I
In
do.
Cincinnati.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Willie's was a sports bar, but like yeah, he played in like a dad blues band at Willie's and they all wore like Hawaiian shirts and my first guitar teacher like taught me like Stairway to Heaven and Dream On. And so like when I pick up a guitar, I can still play that first solo to Dream On, but like I can't play like a B minor. But like, hey, you want me to play Dream On? I got it.
Oh
Got
yeah.
it down.
Man, like you
But
got that muscle memory.
I got that muscle memory. And with drums, since I got sick, I can't really do that. Oh yeah, by the way, I got sick. But and I
How
made
you
a
doing
record about
though?
it.
My
Yeah, you know
my
what?
mother wanted me to tell you that she really, really likes your song and that she's been thinking about you a lot.
I did my song Scare Joni. Our moms are both named Joni,
No!
so don't get confused. I know that they're
They
like
have the
pretty.
same birthday, our mothers.
Yeah,
Have
they
the same
do. The
name and the same
Jonies.
birthday.
The Jonies are great.
The Journeys are
But
great.
Jonies are awesome. But yeah, tell Joni that I didn't mean to scare her and that I really don't want to die or anything. And
No,
that like
it didn't
it's
scare
tongue in
her.
cheek. Moms and dads, dad, I know you're listening. Dad's totally listening to this because I'm gonna like
Mhm.
post on my like I made a Facebook page from a band. I started a band, my first solo band, and we made a record. And it's called Michelle Sullivan and the All Night Boys.
Yes, it
And
is.
I'm going to be posting this on my Facebook page that I just made.
Mhm.
We can talk about that too if you want to.
God, I think maybe we should, like, not?
Yeah, let's not. Let's not. But it's pretty
Oh
embarrassing.
my god.
But like for some reason we're really popular on Facebook.
So popular. No
Like
idea why.
I'm blowing up, baby. And it's creepy. but but yeah, I made a Facebook page and I know my dad's gonna listen to this. And my dad, I played my record for my dad and he was like, I don't know, I really like your old bands. And I'm like, Dad, this is like the best thing that I've ever done. And he's
Your
like, you
music, it's
keep
so good though.
talking about how you want to die all the time and it's difficult. I'm like, I don't really like that's just like my set. I like death jokes, like I like
Yeah.
murder, true crime. I'm a psychologist too. I'm a forensic psychologist, so like I'm all about that shit.
Hmm.
So I
So what's the
sorry.
album called, Michelle?
It's called Expiration Date.
It's fantastic. I really love
Well,
it a lot.
yeah, it's called Expiration Date and you know, I don't even know what got me started on this. I'm such a rambler, Word. But yeah, like when I got sick about a year and a half ago, it was pretty, I wasn't able to play anymore. And it really kind of threw me for a loop. I had to get like these huge surgeries. Like I started having like all this weird pain in areas. And like I'm on medication, like basically for eternity, just to like live normal life. And it sucks and it's hard, but I'm doing a lot better now than I
Yeah.
was a year ago. Like I'm able to do stuff. And there was a time when I couldn't really play music and it was
Mm.
kind of devastating. And
Yeah.
I turned 30 last year too, like, and there were just like a lot of life changes, like a lot of like, it sucked, like people coming in and out of my life and just like, oh my gosh, it was so hard. So I wrote this record trying to make myself feel better about it because like my sense of humor is how I cope,
Yeah.
obviously, with trauma. And I had a lot of trauma, so I wrote some goofy ass songs about like possibly dying. And it came out, I'm pretty proud of it, but it's like, I wanted to make something that sounds like, when you think about that thing, like I never thought about mortality really that much. I'm very scared of death, but now I'm not anymore. I
Yeah.
was though. Like, do you ever think about that shit? I never
Oh,
thought about that shit.
I thought about it so much. It scared me so much. I think that's why I watched like the true crime stuff. I think that just the
Oh
constant
yeah, no,
exposure made me a little bit more numb to it, maybe.
yeah, I think so. Well, I think I almost watch it like, like soldiers that like play violent video games like to
Yeah.
avoid PTSD. Like I think that's why I'm into it. But like I don't really think about any of that stuff. So all of a sudden, like I've got like my friend said like ever since you got sick, you have this really macabre image. Yeah, you know what? You're
It's a good
right. Like,
word
and even
sense.
though he's
Yeah.
like, I don't remember you being this macabre. So, have you always been like this? Like, I don't
No.
remember it like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, kind of, but like,
And
it's
like,
gone to new levels since I got sick.
yeah.
But like, I wrote this record because I was like 30 and I'm like feeling like a loser. I can't tour anymore. I've spent all this time working to be a better musician and make a record. And like, I wanted this so bad. And then I'm like, oh, okay, great. I'm like stuck on the couch. I have no friends. I have no friends. You were like one of the only,
Oh.
I have like 3 friends who like kept in touch with me during this time because I've totally isolated myself. And I was like, all right, I need to write some music. And I wrote some music. I made a record with like amazingly talented
Yeah.
people. It's really good.
It's
I'm like,
so
I don't want
good.
to
It's so
brag.
exciting.
It's really good. And the best part is, now that I'm getting my chops up, I hope to do a little live performing.
Me, yeah, I hope that for you too, Michelle.
Yeah, because you know why. You know why, right?
I do know why.
Tell him. Tell him.
I'm an all night boy.
Emily is an all night boy from Michelle Sullivan and the All Night Boys. Emily is now in the band. We've got
I'm so
Emily
in the
Harris
band.
on lead guitar. Give it up for Emily Harris.
Yeah.
Woo, we got to come
Yeah.
on, boys.
Very excited. Come on, boys.
Come on, boys.
Speaking of which, saying, come on, boys.
Come
Fangs.
on, boys. I think calling us boys is progressive,
Yes. Yes.
I like being an all night boy. I
Yes.
think it's gender fluid. I think boys is really, it's a power pop thing. All the
Yeah.
songs in power pop have the boys in it, like Thin Lizzy, like every song talks about the boys.
Mm-hmm. Boys are
And
back in
yeah.
town.
And it's like, what is it? Like the boys are like in the like second line of Jailbreak. Like they're everywhere. Like, you know,
Them
and
boys.
the boys like hanging down at Dino's Bar and Grill.
Oh gosh, the boys love Dinos.
Yeah, they do. They be
Mm-hmm.
dressed to kill. Okay. But, you know, like being an all night boy, I'm so glad that we're finally gonna play some music together. We
Yeah.
did a really fun video together when we were in
Yes.
Nashville together. It was so fun.
I'm gonna make, if
And
you're okay with it, I'm gonna make that track the outro music.
oh, do it. Are you gonna make our live track the outro?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Ooh.
we did good. We played some like
Oh,
sick
so
leads. We
good.
were Ron and Keith like for that.
Yes.
We did the back to back thing.
Yes. Yes. We got it. We got that one together after some practice.
We did. We worked on it. You did not play guitar behind your head, but we
No.
tried. We trained.
We trained. I'm gonna keep working on that move.
Yeah, we got a good training from it.
Yes.
We got some choreography to do, but like we're gonna get this. By the time that you get my ass out on a stage to perform my Bleak record called Expiration Date, in which the single will be coming out in about 2 weeks. It's called Weird. Did
Nice.
you know this? Have you
I
heard?
saw an image that insinuated this.
It is. I
Yes.
made a website.
Nice.
Yeah, I made a website. I coded it. It looks terrible. But our video is going to be on that. I'm going to put it on the internet. And I'm releasing a Kiss single.
'Cause singles.
Yeah, I'm doing a Kiss single. It's going to be
That's,
great.
that's the real hipster thing.
Oh no, my Mac is going to sleep soon unless plugged into a power outlet.
Well, I think we need to wrap it up. We've been talking for an hour, dude.
We
It's been
got
fun.
this. How long is your podcast?
An hour.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Well, at least 40 minutes of it is dedicated to Jesse. So I'd like to dedicate this episode to Jesse Malin, who I'm very sorry. I only associate you with running out of gas. I have nothing against you. I'm so glad you don't play a Stratocaster. I think Gibsons are cool. They've
Yeah.
got fangs. Jesse,
Yeah.
you got fangs.
Yeah, you know what? I take back what I said before.
What?
Jesse has fangs.
Jesse's got fangs. Jesse's got like a cool leather jacket and like
Does.
he's got a rooster haircut. He's got fangs, you know?
Though I do think touring with a bus was not probably the best financial decision unless somebody else paid for it. Like, actually paid for it, but probably he paid for it.
Like as a gift? Who pays for somebody else's bus?
Dude, I think that album
Unless
was
you have like a sugar daddy.
That tour was sponsored by what was that?
Wait, let me guess who it was. Let me guess who it was sponsored by.
Guess.
Was it sponsored by Cat's Deli?
No. Do you remember the magazine Death and Taxes? No, me neither.
Oh yeah, I do. Oh yeah, he had a Death and Taxes bus. I'm so sorry, Jesse. I'm so sorry.
I hope that Death and Taxes actually paid for that tour bus.
They totally didn't.
No.
They so didn't.
They don't have that kind
But
of
they
money.
wrote on it. We got like I got a magazine. Didn't I get a sticker or something?
I don't know, man. Death plus tax. Is that still a thing, I wonder? Would they get mad if we made fun of them?
Worth a Google, like Daydream Bereaver.
Plus...
Did I ruin your podcast for like basically talking about nothing about your podcast?
I'll take it. You haven't listened to very many episodes. The thing is, like, there's so many podcasts that talk about gear. It's nice to just talk about music nerdery with someone. And this episode did have a theme. We talked about fangs a lot.
Yeah, fanglessness, fangness, and I think that music does need more fang.
It does.
It needs a fang. It needs some rhythm and blues.
Oh my god, deathandtaxesmagazine.com still exists.
Still rolling?
But
oh my god, we gotta submit a record to them. Do they do reviews?
Well, the most recent article is called "Why Online Casinos Are Moneymakers for Sports Bookies." So I'm guessing no.
They aren't gonna give us a tour bus.
They just talk about UK casinos, maybe. Oh, there's entertainment.
But do you think they'll give us a bus like Jesse?
I don't think they gave Jesse a bus.
Do you think Jesse just got a bus and put that sticker on it then?
This is obviously a different magazine at this point.
Okay. I believe you.
I'm glad. Wow.
You know? But yeah, I think we killed it. I think I did great for my first time. You know, my first time in the in the radio.
And I still want to do that Otera podcast.
What's that?
Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's going to be good. Yeah, no, that's going to be fun. I think this is just the beginning to a beautiful time of me talking in your ear through this wonderful microphone I have here.
I hope so.
wish you could see it.
Oh, I would like to. You send me a picture. Is it?
No, it's like one of those, like, it's like a big, like, 70s, like, broadcaster microphone. It's like a...
Nice. And I can tell you keep touching it.
You can?
I can
Right now? Like, when I'm saying that?
I can hear you touch it.
When I just said that, right? Just that time.
Like, can you hear this?
Yeah, but was I touching it over and over again before?
No.
Just that time when I was like, look at my microphone.
Look at my microphone. I have a microphone. I'll cut all of that.
Have you ever seen a microphone?
Do you know what a microphone is? It's a cardioid microphone.
Check. Check.
Check. Yep.
Check.
Yep. Yep. There's a sound guy in Seattle who checks mics like that. Yep.
No.
Yep. Yep. Check.
No. You know what's great about being a drummer? You know what's great about being a drummer?
You just go pop. And then
you just do that a lot. It's great.
Oh God. I have to go chop 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 on the guitar.
Okay. Hi, Tom.
Can you hear me? Good. Yeah. All right.
Monitors. Sorry, I have PTSD. Is there anything worse? Can you imagine like being somebody's partner in a band, like being a drummer's like partner and like sitting in the audience, like like, you know, like girlfriends that go along on tour and they have to like sit there every night, like
I don't get it.
Just hits that thing over and over.
I don't know, like, why there are people who think that it's glamorous to date a touring musician.
Oh, let's go on the road. The road is the worst thing on earth. I literally think about this all the time. You know what? Like, just yesterday, like, I was thinking, like, because, you know, I've been sick and, like, feeling like shit this week. And, my friend was like, would you rather be on tour with Mike Watt for 40 straight days or this sick? And I was like, I will take my status. Because, like, Mike Watt is, like, literally touring for 45 days in a row.
No.
And, you know, like he does.
God.
But, like, can you imagine?
Baby, no.
No, Mike Watt, no. But, like,
that's too much.
I've done a lot. Like, I was out for, I think, like, we did, like, 33 straight days with Paul or something crazy.
Oh, that's too much at once.
Something crazy. And we were, like, I was double dutying and I was selling merch, too. And I was playing with Sherbert. It was insane. But no, I don't want to be on the road. And I don't want somebody, I like being on the road. I've done that before. I've been on the road with somebody I've been in a relationship with, and it was fine, but we did fight a lot in front of people, and it made people uncomfortable. So,
Mommy, Daddy, stop fighting.
Stop having power pop fights. No.
Power
Radio
pop fights.
City's better. No.
Dude, did I tell you my new... I don't know what's reminded me of that. Did I tell you my new idea for a band name?
What?
Hog Babe.
What?
Hog Babe.
Hug Babe?
H-O-G.
Hog Babe. Hog Babe. Like,
apparently, before piglets was a word, baby pigs were called hog babes.
That's terrible. That is terrible. Can we have a band called the Hog Babes? No, let's not.
Let's not.
I don't want to be in the Hog Babes.
Oh God, the Hog Babes are all
terrible
dudes.
Band name. Like the All Night Boys is already bad enough. Like
I think it's fine.
Michelle Sullivan and the Hog Babes.
What's the worst band name you've ever been in?
Oh my God. Well, in high school, Consolation Prize.
Ooh, that's bad.
That's bad. Let's keep going. Consolation with Slant was terrible. Oh, Pieces of... I can't believe I'm saying this. Pieces of People.
No. No, Michelle, no! Who came
I
up
just
with
played I
that
just
one?
played tambourine. I just
Oh,
played tambourine and sang backup vocals. I didn't it was power pop, man. And
Pieces of People? That's like that. Oh God,
it
that's
was a
so bad.
super group.
Oh Lord.
It was a super group. It had all the power poppers in it, and like, and it was called Pieces of People. That may be the worst.
Oh
Sherbert's
God,
pretty
that's
damn
bad.
bad. Sherbert's misspelled.
Intentionally, I assume.
Yeah, but nobody gets that, and they just think I'm dumb. Everybody thinks I'm a stupid person because I can't spell Sherbert and I talk funny, and like, you know, I have degrees. I can spell
Yes.
Sherbert.
You have many degrees. You have more
I
degrees
have
than
murder
most.
degrees. Yeah, but like I can spell sherbet. But yeah, constellation the Pieces of People might be the worst. Slant is terrible.
Slant was also taken.
Yeah, and I kept it anyways. Slant's like why? Like there's already so many bands that have like Slint, Slant Six. Like why? Why did I do
Yes.
that? I don't
I
know. I
don't
think we just
know.
opened up a dictionary. What else? Oh no, this is good. This was a really good idea. We thought of a really funny thing once. Me and my friend thought that a great name in Nashville to be a support act would be Members of Poco. So on the bill it would be like X Hex featuring Members of Poco.
Oh my God.
But like I never got the balls to do that.
Oh man.
But I
I
still
rem-
want to do it. I still want to have a band called Members of Poco.
well, Lindley and I were going to start a duo called
When it was called
Free
like
Beer and Loose
free
Ladies.
beer, free beer and nude women. That's great.
Yeah, something like
That's
that.
like I feel like that's like an Americana standard. That's all country is hell.
Yeah.
But Members of Poco
That's
takes
so smart. That's
alt
funny.
country to a new level.
It's
Like that
smart. It's
is.
funny. It's ridiculous. It's
I
great.
just want it for the poster so it says something just so stupid. And I want to
Hmm.
open for somebody that's like really cool. And then I want to say with Members of Poco. Because they all live in Nashville. You know there's Members of Poco here.
Jason Isbell with Members of Poco.
Yeah. I'd go to that show.
I would too.
I would totally. Poco's great. What was the Poco hit? It was like oh it happens all the time. This crazy love of mine. That song.
It's not ringing any bells.
Ooh, crazy love. It's terrible. But yeah, it's Poco.
It's
But
Poco.
Members
Cool.
Poco.
On that
But yeah,
note,
no, worst band name, Pieces of People.
that's
Hands
bad.
down.
So bad.
Yeah.
I think mine was Carry On, spelled Carrion.
I remember that. Carry On. That's bad. Yeah. What
That was my
what
first band. I gotta have a soft spot for it.
Carry On. That's good.
We got
though.
into the school talent show because we were the first all-lady band to ever audition. And then the next year I made it in with the first mixed gender band to ever audition, to which I said, so this has been a school for 30 years and literally a woman has never been in a band
band with
any
any
with
band.
anybody.
A woman has never played the talent show. That you were
in a band.
were groundbreaking.
Twice.
You know what I did at my school talent show? Get ready. Did you come to the school talent show?
I went to the Loveland High School ones because those were not just
no.
Loveland people.
The one at the King's High School talent show. I played a Stratocaster by myself, and I did that Rhett Miller song that was like, am I gonna be lonely for the rest of my life? So I am throwing my fanglessness under the bus. I played alone, solo electric.
That's why you're so insistent that Rhett Miller has fangs.
Plus, I just look at him.
I have Michelle.
I know, but I know that's not what you're into. You like him like real manly.
I like them so manly.
You like a man's man. I don't. Like I like a man that just doesn't know his place on earth with a nice haircut.
Doesn't know his place on earth with a nice haircut.
You know, good hair. Good.
That's very specific.
Good. I like a delusional haircut. Like a really like culturally delusional haircut. Like I like freaks, man.
I like men who will go 6 months without trimming a hair on their head.
Yeah, I like that too. I'm
Apparently.
down. Like that's totally fine with me. Like I'm, as I
It's like
said,
every
like,
dude I've ever been with at some point has just not shaved for a year or cut his hair.
yeah, no, I think that there has to be
Again, a
occasional
very
shaving.
specific type.
I'm not like a long beard person.
I'm not either. I like
Like a real long beard. Rick's got a real long beard. Your
he
Rick,
had
yeah, he's got a
one.
real
He had
long
one for a
beard.
while. But since he was growing the hair out, we agreed that he should trim the beard because he does work in an
Yeah.
office every day. So the beard he keeps trimming it back. My cousin
That's
has an enormous like foot long beard right now, maybe even 18
Foot
inches.
long. Wow.
It's I think a lot of men would envy that. Like I think he's doing it just because he can.
Because it's glorious.
And you know,
See,
I
like
get
I'm
it.
not like I don't like the lumberjack thing, but like I dig like, you know, like 70s vibe. Like, you know, I'm down with like some facial hair, but like I can't do a big old lumberjack beard and like the
No.
guys that like roll up their pants and then they get the barbershop, you know, the Nashville look.
Before they roll up their pants.
Yeah.
Like
Imogen
the cuffs.
and Willie pants.
Oh, they're
They
they're
put 'em in the
they're raw
fridge.
denim, and then they have their
You know, they put them in the
like
fridge and they don't wash them. I knew a guy who did that.
it doesn't work. I've tried it.
Did you put your pants in the fridge?
You put them in the freezer, and then
Oh,
they just come
I
out
forgot.
smelling like freezer burn.
Ew, why would you do that? And you just keep wearing them freezer burnt and you just never wash them because that's how you make magic pants.
I eventually got to the point where I would just like soak them in the tub with some soap and then let them hang dry, and then they would get so stiff that you would have the literal instructions were to like hit it against the brick wall.
Just bash the shit. I do that with like band t-shirts sometimes because I'm embarrassed if I buy like a brand new REM shirt. So
And they're not
I
comfortable.
soak it in salt water and then I just like bash the
Pro tips.
stuff out of it.
Pro tips.
Yeah.
Cool. On that
that's how you
note,
make a shirt look cool. Yeah. Bye guys. Fangs.
I'm so hungry. This has been the Get Offset podcast. That was Michelle. Michelle has fangs, is my humble opinion.
I think you've got fangs. I have one fang.
Fangs.
Like, I've got one.
We got some fangs between us.
You got two.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye, friends.
All right, ready? 1, 2.